Io sono arrivato qua nell'89 e sono diventato il custode dell'isola, che non volevo vedere nessuno, ma per molti anni la mia scelta è stata quella di vivere a contatto diretto con la natura e ricominciare in un modo diverso quello che io reputo che debba essere la vita.
The island of Budelli, part of La Maddalena National Park, sits on the northern coast of Sardinia. It's considered to be one of the most beautiful islands in the Mediterranean Sea. Only accessible by boat, Mauro Morandi, the sole inhabitant, first arrived here 29 years ago, and he never left.
Sono arrivato qua casualmente, senza nemmeno sapere che esisteva Budelli. Il custode che c'era prima, dopo 2 giorni se ne andava, è stato un colpo di fortuna e ho preso il posto del custode precedente. Guardate, non c'è nessuno. La bellezza è dove non esiste l'uomo. Benvenuti nella mia dimora. Qui non arriva la linea elettrica, perciò ho impiantato dei pannelli fotovoltaici. Tutta la mia corrente per l'acqua è acqua piovana, perché qui non ci sono pozzi vene d'acqua. Io qua non consumo niente. Questo è il mio albero di Natale e questi sono tutti gli oggetti che l'uomo regala al mare, perché è molto generoso l'uomo, no? È ben diverso la giornata sia d'estate che d'inverno. D'inverno qua non viene nessuno. Leggo moltissimo, una media di 30 o 40 libri ogni inverno. Io ho sempre detto che io ho moltissimi amici, come ti ripeto, questi moltissimi amici sono i libri, che sono quelli che non ti tradiscono mai, anzi ti fanno crescere.
Quanto conosci questa, si può dire, la tua isola?
La conosco a memoria.
Gli animali,
Conosco a memoria.
Quelli
Sì.
che passano.
Sì, conosco a memoria, evidentemente sono diventato un po' un botanico. Ecco, questa è la spiaggia rosa. Guardate un po' che meraviglia. Incontaminata. Ed ora non è nemmeno più tanto rosa. Fino al 94 arrivavano 3.000 persone al giorno e tutti, consciamente o inconsciamente, si portavano via la sabbia, chi volontariamente dentro una bottiglia, dentro bicchieri, sacchetti di plastica, eccetera. Ha impiegato 20 anni a distruggere quello che la natura ha fatto in 10.000 anni. E io non sono più quell'eremita che ero nei primi anni. Io avevo messo anzi 2 cancelli in modo tale che nessuno potesse entrare, non volevo comunicare con nessuno. Poi mi sono reso conto che godevo solo io di questa bellezza e mi sono sentito molto egoista, no? Io normalmente mi metto qua. Mi ha trattato molto bene, sai? In 29 anni non mi sono mai ammalato, nemmeno ho preso il raffreddore d'inverno, mai. Credo di restarci fino a che la possibilità fisica me lo permette. Quella psichica mi va bene perché sono convinto, dopo tutto quello che sto lavorando sul mio cervello, sono ancora molto sereno, tranquillo e vivo molto bene anche da solo. Io amo Budelli. E Budelli sembra quasi che ami me. Boh. Ma io penso di sì.
There's really no difference between here and home. It's just everything's compacted down to a 14 by 14 room. Once you start staffing your lookout, you're going to be working 10 days on, 4 days off, late June until usually mid-September. It's a pretty quiet existence. This is my 24th season as a fire lookout. Really, it's just you and the wind, and the time just melts away. My name is Leif Haugen, and we're at Toma Lookout. A fire lookout is a structure that sits on top of a mountain or ridge top that has a good view of the surrounding country. And the staffer then is tasked with living there for extended periods to watch for fire. It's funny because I get a lot of questions about the standard day. You wake up with the sun. I mean, it's hard to sleep in a room of glass much beyond sunrise. First thing I'll do is make a cup of coffee. And usually I'll have that first cup of coffee on the front porch. Sit out there, watch the sun come up. Certainly every morning I go out for a walk. I check in at 10.
Hello, guy. Good morning. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning. I have 67 degrees. I take the weather every day at 2.
Winds are calm. Skies are clear.
And check out at 4:15.
Everything is very sad and clear. Have a good day.
I think the solitary nature, when there's really no fires going, the only thing I might do is check in on the radio twice a day. That might be the only time I really talk, unless I'm talking to myself. I think what's so tricky sometimes talking about the lookout experience is you're not talking to anybody about it. So you more intuit it, you more experience it. I think that's why I always use the term resonance, because you just can feel it and sense it. Maybe that's fanciful, but it certainly is the way I feel about it. You know, you just find yourself sitting on the porch watching the world go by for hours on end. It's beautiful. When you look at, the lifestyle of a fire lookout, it can be a hard choice at times too. I'm missing a wedding tonight. Over the course of summer, you might miss a lot of stuff in your life. But certainly every summer I keep coming back because living on top of a mountain for days on end is just such a beautiful chance at making a life of it.
We're 4 days walk from the nearest road. The landscape's vast, the wilderness is almost unlimited. The access is by aircraft, on foot, or on the right day you can boat it, but it's a challenge in itself. Really, we are at the mercy of the weather and the tides in our day-to-day life. It's difficult living out here, but if you do what's needed and everything comes together, it's a really rewarding place to be.
Warwick Mitchell lives in Fiordland, New Zealand's oldest and largest national park. It covers over 12,000 square kilometers, but is home to only a few dozen people. The park's massive mountain range isolates Warwick from civilization.
Living out here, like everywhere, you need shelter, a good dry camp. We have solar panel for power, lighting, and our satellite communications. We have a quad bike, we have 2 boats for fishing and diving, and we have the freezer, which keeps our food and our produce cold. We rely on rainwater for drinking water, so that's not too hard with 7 metres of rainfall annually. We largely live off the land. When you're living off the land, you're really at the mercy of the weather and the elements. So there's certain times that will allow you to go out and harvest a deer or catch a fish, capture the menu. If you have a down day and the waves are really good, you're more than likely going to go surfing. If the waves aren't good but the river's looking nice, you might catch a trout. If the waves are flat but the ocean's calm, you might go sea fishing. If the ocean's stormy, you might go up the river for a kayak or go through the bush and see if you can spot a deer. Living in the wilderness doesn't mean you're living in isolation from people. We certainly couldn't be doing what we do if it wasn't for the pilots and our neighbours and our friends. Whether it's the harshness of the environment and being so isolated that brings people together, or the fact that the people that are willing to travel this far have like-minded passion for the environment and the outdoors. One thing's for sure over the years is that the community's become really tight-knit.
Can you go ahead and turn this main switch on and we'll just see if she wants to work? Oh no.
When things break or things don't go your way, it's always really important to remember you're in the green. The experience is being out here and enjoying being out here. Everything else is a bonus, so you can't get too serious if one thing breaks. I don't know too many places in the world where you can stand on a boat looking back and you can just see ocean leading into forests, leading into massive snow-capped mountains and glacier-shaped bays with pristine rivers and clear water. The trees are as they were 200 years ago. And the people that I bring out here, they get to experience this nature as it was and as it should be, and we try to keep the area and the environment pristine in this little corner of New Zealand.
Cuando empecé a construir esta catedral, todos los corrillos, era eso, que yo estaba loco. Y no se creían que yo iba a ser tan constante y bueno, les estoy dando como un revés a la gente. Y eso me agrada porque para que vean que cuando un hombre confía en Cristo, he nacido en el año 1925 y llevo construyendo esta catedral 53 años. Yo cuando empecé a empezar la catedral era joven, ahora ya mayor, porque a las 9 ya es mucho. No he estudiado la arquitectura, soy un labrador. Tenemos ahí salones parroquiales, los claustros, tengo un baptisterio, que es la entrada, esa cúpula y la crista, claro, con una escalinata que no la hay en Madrid, esa. No quiero materia, dinero nada, y entonces lo he desechado, incluso en mi casa. Es imposible que yo termine la catedral en vida, porque queda muchísimo que hacer. Pues la esperanza que tengo yo de esta catedral, cuando yo me muera, pues se lo dejo en las manos divinas. Yo no sé dónde llegará, ¿eh? El ángel se carga de ello, ¿eh? A mí me gustaría que me enterraran en esta catedral, que son muy importantes, ¿eh? Para mí.